Hello, I'm Tom Lodziak. In this video, we're going to look at how you can generate more power with your backhand attacks. For most players, generating power on the forehand is a little bit easier to do, and the backhand tends to be a little bit safer, a little bit slower. But it is possible to really increase how much power you can generate on the backhand side. The tips in this video come from Craig Bryant. Craig is a former England international player and now a full-time professional coach. And in the video, Craig's going to explain how he generates power on his backhand side. Lots of really good tips coming up. So if you want to have a stronger, more powerful backhand, then keep watching. This video is brought to you in partnership with Brybar Table Tennis. Visit brybartt.co.uk today for a wide range of rubbers, blades, bats, balls and clothing from all your favourite table tennis brands.
To generate more power on your backhand, probably the first thing that we need to do a little bit more of is just creating a little bit more space. When you're close to the table and you're getting deep balls, you can still attack and you can still create good spin, but it's tough to play with a lot of power because the ball tends to be lower than the net. So we want to be slightly further away, either half a step, maybe even a couple of steps, that gives you enough time for the ball to stand up. Also gives you enough time to make that swing a little bit bigger, to use a little bit more elbow, maybe sometimes even a bit of shoulder, and it's that combination of forearm, wrist and shoulder that can start to create that extra power into your backhand. So when you're playing with power, you don't want to lose the spin that you're putting on the ball. We still want to be using the wrist, we still want to be brushing, but what we want to keep is this quite hard, thick contact. It'll be quite a loud contact on the ball. If you're not having that thick contact, then you won't get the power into the shot. If you're catching it too thin and too much over the top, you'll get good spin, but not the power to go along with it. So make sure we're hitting the back of the ball, keeping the brush there, but don't be afraid to hit the ball with a nice solid contact. So when you're closer to the table, your swing will tend to come a little bit more from in front of you, perhaps slightly to the side. As you tend to give yourself a little bit more space, you'll find that the swing comes a little bit more from the side, and you might find that this left leg drops back a little bit, which is fine to do if you've got time to recover. The important thing is that the contact is still in front of your body. So find that the swing comes from the side. If you're making contact from the side, you'll find you lose that bit of power, the elbow straightens, and you don't quite have the same control. So although the swing is starting here, we still want that contact in front of the body somewhere. So if you are practicing going for power, probably the safest part of the table to go for would be that cross court. The table's a little bit longer, gives you a little bit more chance. Obviously when we're playing with more power, you tend to lose an element of control. So to go for the longer part of the table is going to help you have a slightly better success rate. As the shot improves, I'm sure your accuracy will as well, and I'm sure you'll be able to move that ball around into the middle, down the line, but obviously just being aware that that part of the table is slightly shorter. Okay, so a good way to start practicing this is if you've got a teammate or a coach that can deliver some multi-ball to you. They'll need to deliver it with a little bit of pace so that to make sure that they're reaching you a little bit further back from the court. And it gives you plenty of time to really start going for that power. Make sure you keep going for the power. It sounds fairly obvious, but when people miss, then they tend to start playing a slower shot to make sure they're getting it on, and then you're not practicing with power. So keep going for power. If you're missing, then play around with the bat angles, the spin, change those parts to help you try and get that ball on the table.
Thank you very much for watching, and a big thank you to Craig Bryant for sharing his tips on how to generate power on the backhand. If you want to find out more about Craig Bryant and his coaching services, go to Craig's website at topedgetabletennis.co.uk. Also, big thank you to Brybar Table Tennis for sponsoring this video. I'll have lots more videos coming soon, so I'll see you then. Bye bye.